Hello everybody and welcome back to the McNutter Butters. I am Caitlin McNutt and today I wanted to give you guys some ideas for some play dates or just some activities to do for what's left of the summer, because I started thinking about just all the many things that we have done all summer. Like, it has been the biggest just activity filled summer me and my children have ever had. And I got notes so I don't forget things. But I think a lot of the reason is, like, one, we're coming out of COVID. Two, our library is not doing anything. Normally we are very dependent on just all these activities that our library has already organized for us and everything like that, which is really exciting and really fun. But because of COVID, they have slowed down so much. Like, everything is through an app and there's not really activities really being done unless, you know, it's like, oh, here's an idea and you do it at home. And I'm like, well, that's all well, fine and dandy. I can do that on Pinterest. So, so it has made us be forced to be more creative and more dependent on our community as a whole. And for us, our church is amazing. We are a church just full of homeschool kids, and also I'm a part of a really cool homeschool group, and it's kind of funny because it's not really so much this year the leaders that are saying, hey guys, let's go do this, and heard something in the woods, or let's go do that. It's ending up being just a couple of moms who just are like, hey guys, by the way, we're doing this week if anybody wants to join us, and we're doing this next week and on this day and that day. And it's turned out that everybody having to be creative and just wanting that sense of community so badly, we've done so much. So I would like to share with you guys some ideas based off of what we have done and some other ideas that we've also tossed around. All right, so number one, parks. Okay, I know you're gonna say, really? A public park? Like, duh, we do that. But I want you to get creative with this idea. Not just your typical park, but all the parks in your county, parks in your surrounding counties. And not just that, but also parks behind churches and schools. Because I know for my kids, going to the same park all the time, yes, is fun, but we have an inclusion park that is mainly for more handicapped children, but they allow anybody to come. It's got like a roller coaster thing and like a really cool spinny thing, and then there's other parks that we have that have like this giant thing of like ropes. It's like a giant spider web, we call it. The kids all go and climb it. And there's other ones that have like zip lines and giant boulders, and some of them even have a creek right next to it, and some of them have a splash pad with like water squirting up everywhere. Some of them have a giant boat. And even though that seems like such a small thing, if you can organize it with your family, with your friends, with your co-op people, your church family, invite everybody and say, hey, this week we're going to the park with the really cool giant boat, and next week we're going to the one with the big spider web. It really catches everyone's attention, like, oh, we're all getting together and it's at a different park. And the kids seem to really enjoy it, but be sure to pick days when it's not raining, because we've had a lot of rain here. Like, today is a rainy day and I don't know what's going on. We've had so much rain here lately. All right, also swimming. And again, I know it's a duh that summertime we go swimming, but you can go to different creeks, you can go to different pools, different water park things, and I'm not encouraging you to go and spend bukus of money. We actually have like a mountain water park in the county next to us, and it's actually fairly cheap. It was, for me and my 3 children, it was $38, which is not something I'm gonna spend every week, but once or twice in the summer, it's not that bad. and it has all kinds of slides and things, which is awesome. And there's multiple pools in different counties and things that you can also go to. And if you're really lucky and really blessed, you may have some friends that have some pools at their house. And if you don't want to go around to a public place, you could just get a slip and slide and invite all your friends over, or a sprinkler. That's a pretty cheap option, and it gets your kids some water time for the summer. Alright, so this is something that my oldest daughter, got to go and enjoy. Someone had the idea to have a summer party, a summer slumber party, and had a bunch of little girls come over to her house, and they did fireworks and soap on a trampoline, which actually the pictures looked so fun. And they did a slip and slide and a little bit of pool time, and they had all kinds of yummy snacks, and I think I said fireworks, but yeah, they had fireworks, and they blew up a bunch of air mattresses in her living room, and they all watched a movie as they went to bed. And they did making your own slime and all that. So they had a ton of fun with a summer slumber party. And if that's not your thing, maybe just a summer day party at your house or your friend's house. It could be really fun. Something we've talked about, me and some of the other moms, is a church lock-in. I never got to participate in one as a kid, and I heard about them all the time. Like, all these church kids would get together and have a church lock-in. I was like, what is that? And apparently you go to the church with a bunch of moms and the kids, and you have snacks and you have arts and crafts, and maybe you get to have a movie night. Now, one thing we do have here at our house is we have a big projector screen, and we've been wanting to do movies outside with friends for a while now, and we've talked about utilizing that at the church lock-in with all the kiddos, and we're still talking about it. I've never got to do one, and I think our kids deserve it. It would be great. It would be really fun. So that's an idea for y'all too. Alright, something else. A mom organized home ec. We used to have a mom in our co-op who did home ec, and then her daughter graduated last school year, and she said she's not gonna do it anymore. Oh, like, what in the world? No. Alright, so I cannot think of stuff to do consistently with home ec, but I'm like, you know what? Me and this other mom have discussed it. Whenever we come up with an idea, we're gonna organize it, we're gonna invite everybody to it, and just do it. The most current idea is that blackberries are starting to ripen in our area, and a lot of the mamas around here have their own blackberry cobbler or blackberry pie recipe, and everybody's pretty proud of their recipe. So what we're gonna do is have all the kiddos go purchase a Dollar Tree pan or bring one of your own, and we're gonna have them all go berry picking together and go back to our church, and all the moms share recipes with their kids, with all the different kids, and everybody go in the church kitchen and make something and share it with their friends. I think that is going to be just the funnest activity, and I'm so for it, so excited about it. And also, we have a lot of friends that don't know how to can, and they're wanting us to throw like a canning party as summer winds down. I don't know how that's going to work out because we're having a really hard time finding lids for the cans. Apparently there's a shortage. So, my hair. Alright, something else. Hikes. Hikes at different parks. There's so many different parks with hiking and different things that have so much to offer, and you just gotta look them up. You gotta look them up and find them. They're everywhere, at least in our area, but I live in a mountainous area, so that might be different in other parts of the world. I don't know. Alright, so another idea is local farm tours. We actually had one recently because a friend of ours has a goat farm, and baby goats everywhere, hopping around everywhere. The kids were chasing them and snatching them and holding them. Some of the mama goats were getting mad, and they were just hopping around all over the place. We laughed. We had so much fun. We got to learn about how how they milk them, how they bring in their herd. We got to watch their whole setup. It was so awesome and so cool. And I've heard tell of a lot of people going strawberry picking and learning all about that. I know in the fall there's a lot of apple picking and things like that, but this time of year, strawberries and goats. It's so fun. Alright, another thing is a tie-dye party. My daughter went to a birthday party where it was basically just her, but that's okay. She just, her little friend that had a birthday just wanted her one friend to come that just happened to be my baby. She has other friends. She just wanted just her though. But anyway, and we sent a tie-dye kit. We thought that would be a really fun gift for her. And we brought enough t-shirts for her, my daughter, and all of her other siblings. And oh my goodness, they had apparently quite the time making t-shirts and doing all the tie-dye. And I'm like, man, why have we not got all these kids together for a tie-dye party? Like, so fun. And, oh, okay. So something that one of the deacons at our church had us do, it's actually more toward the winter time, but it would definitely work for summer too, is a board game party at the church. Everybody brought 2 or 3 board games, like their favorite ones, and we all got together, had all these separate tables set up, and just started playing board games together and laughing and having a good time. The kids were more interested in playing Twister than they were so much a board game, but they played Twister for a good long time, and then they just ended up going into the nursery and just playing with toys in there and laughing and being silly with each other, which is all good, totally fine. And us adults ended up, and the teenagers had quite the time with those board games. So that is something totally cheap and totally doable. It just has to be organized. Alright, something else that my daughter's friends do, which I think is just amazing, is they all have bikes, scooters, and roller skates, and they each share ideas of different parking lots that are very smooth, or picnic areas that are paved that you can slide the picnic tables over. And they all get together and they ride bikes and they scooter and they roller skate around, and they have just the biggest time with it. And if you're really lucky and really blessed, you might have a family that you're connected with that has a paved driveway. Yeah. Alright guys, so that is the end of my list of ideas of homeschool playdates and ideas for summer, some ideas for later. Please comment below, share with me some of y'all's ideas. And this time with COVID and things still being shut down, we could use all the ideas that we can get. Do not forget to subscribe. It's free to you, but it helps me. And hit that like button if you liked it. And I'll see you guys next time.